This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for mercy, begging for mercy. Oh, I'm dangerous. So dangerous.
Hello, BodySlams podcast viewers, and I am Gio Frost, just one of your analysts here on Breakfast and BodySlams. At the top of the show there, you got to see all of our Devereaux sports team affiliates there. You can catch one of our shows on pretty much each day of the week on Devereaux Sports and here on BodySlams podcast. I'd like to give a quick shout out to all of our affiliates out there, the guys that show us much love and much support each and every time they go on air themselves, and that is the 2 days over at the 2300 Wrestling Podcast. Also like to give shout outs to the Tornado Tag Podcast, all the way from Puerto Rico, Conversación del Lucha Libre, as well as Bob Culture Podcasts, and none other than Backstabbers Wrestling Podcast. We have a show for you today. We're giving you our review of last night's Royal Rumble. But without any further ado, let me bring in my other co-analysts, starting at first base. He's an MVP of getting people out as they're trying to run him over, especially that gobbler guy in the Cheese Whiz Chucky. He is the better Bernard. He is the Saint Bernard. He is Mikey.
Hey, I take care of the gobbler and Chucky Cheese Stick every time.
We're gonna hit all kind of sports. Like I think the last time I don't know, was it hockey or football or whatever we threw you in? Now it's baseball. I'm not sure.
That's baseball. Well, don't forget everybody. I am the champion of the Bernards. So.
Yeah. Yes. The one and only. This is the prime show, and exactly. I hope they do not forget that.
Don't forget it, everyone.
Now, also we have our man from the Hockey League. That's right. They call him Slapshot Joey. He likes to drop the gloves and knuckle up with whoever he can, just like the Goon from the WWE back in the day. He is that image guy, that Italian stud muffin, Joey Image.
Yay,
Joseph.
Joey.
That last crash was me. That was not a problem. I had to log out. I mean, I had to log in so I could post comments and shit. So how is everyone? Good morning. Merry Sunday.
Yes. I got my coffee's almost done here.
It almost feels odd that it's a Sunday, but we're a night after a WWE pay-per-view.
I know.
Yeah,
it's like.
Then I found out that there's still football today. That's why.
Yeah, they got that fake.
I don't follow.
They got that fake
not
football
real.
that's playing today that they don't use still chairs.
Anyway.
And speaking of football, we have a man who has more touchdowns than Al Bundy, who went head-to-head against him in Polk High. He is not a shoe salesman, but he does have his greedy children behind him when he pops on the screen. He is none other than the MVP more than Tom Brady. He is the GOAT. He is the bearded raven. He is Dennis Reaper.
I don't even know how to. I don't got nothing for that introduction at all. Besides, I have more touchdowns than Al Bundy. Yes, yes, and I have a different pay-per-view hat on because I think this pay-per-view was way better than the Rumble last night.
Yeah. It seems like the beginning of every show I have a new kind of intro for everybody or some kind of bullshit. I think the one time I did what the Avengers we were some shit and when the two Daves were here we made them DC characters, the Wonder Twins. Oh man.
Gentlemen,
how has your weekend been so far?
It's been busy,
amazing and tiring, and nothing else going on.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Last night was the first time in many years that I watched a pay-per-view at somebody else's house. It was awesome.
Sweet.
Dude, I moved into this house with my wife that she already lived in 2016. Ever since then, we have people over every month. That's the only WWE shows I watch. I don't watch Raw or SmackDown regularly. And then last night, a friend of mine kind of moved in with his girlfriend in the area, and they were like, "Oh, why don't you come over here?" Not last night. They moved in a couple weeks ago, but he was like, "Why don't you come over here?" I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." It's like someone else made. My wife makes a whole spread, dude. She makes like wings and fucking sliders and chicken fingers and pasta salad and fucking too much stuff for like the 7 or 8 people that are here. And then like I eat it all during the week. And then like last night, like somebody else made shit and like ordered stuff. Oh, it was so weird, but it was cool. And it was a WWE pay-per-view on a Saturday, so it was weird to begin with.
Yeah, I was gonna say weird all around.
Hey, is it honest to say that that last night was a emotional roller coaster for all of us?
Yes, I can say that. There was moments in that night last night that honestly I enjoyed. And the thing is, ready? We all called it. The women's Rumble was better than the men's.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Part of that
better than the men's.
Part of that I think is because there were like, what was there, one surprise in the men's, maybe, or two?
I don't even think there was a surprise in the men's.
Well, Bad Bunny wasn't announced. He's the only one I could think of.
Well, he wasn't announced, but the photo got posted by the WWE that he was there.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and the other thing that was funny though, I seen
Baker, and we all know Baker was there because Michelle McCool was there.
Yeah.
Which, okay, cool.
Oh, that gives away that.
Bad Bunny and him, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not saying
it's a Bad Bundy.
Yeah, Bad Bundy. I'm sorry, that's what I think. I don't like his music. Like, I do.
I don't give a shit about him either.
I do got respect for him because when he did the Mania match, it was an amazing tag team match. He did a great job. I'll give him that. But other than that, that's all you got for me.
Yeah,
but I'm like, why? Why do we have Johnny Knoxville? Oh, it's because of the movie. Congrats. Who gives a shit?
Wonderful, right?
I don't understand
how they tie in. I don't understand how they tie. The WWE didn't promote the other Jackass movies or the first one or whatever. So
and that's the thing. My problem is Vince is telling kids to not do things that are too dangerous.
That's a good point.
You put one of the most dangerous guys in a movie on your show.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you're contradicting yourself, but you know what? I get it. You want the fans from Jackass to tune into the Rumble, which they probably did not do because they probably pirated off of a streaming service. I'm just saying. Jackass, Jackass fans, we don't play by the rules.
Next week on Raw, Steve O's going to staple his balls to the turnbuckle.
Ow. No.
Yeah. Well, it's better than stapling him to his leg. Well, actually, it might not be better.
I'd rather have them stapled to my leg than those turnbuckles because, I got to be in that ring, if you wrestle for them. Yeah, but no, like, the women's had, like, I love the fact that all of us were in the chat last night together. Like, I mean, as soon as it started, we were on point with everything.
When I got a chance, I would hop in there and
like, hey guys, just a heads up. It has not been confirmed yet, but we might have a guest joining us right now.
Speaking of streaming sites.
right now, he is somewhere else, but he might jump on here. It's someone I posted last night in BodySlams Twitter that me and Joseph had a very good conversation with him at Pro Wrestling Magic, and it was none other than Robert Martyr, all the way from Florida. He's up here in up north here in the New Jersey area. He was supposed to be at.
Unfortunately,
he was supposed to be at Invictus.
It's not working tonight or last night.
Yeah, due to the weather situation, they canceled last night's show, rescheduled it for today. But then with the outpour of concerns from not just fans but also wrestlers due to travel issues and safety, they decide to just postpone it entirely for this weekend. Unfortunately, it sucks. But safety is much a big concern for everyone. In fact,
I think what sucks worse, Chio. I think what sucks worse is that I woke up today, and I'm like 15 minutes from the venue, and the roads are fine. The stuff is half melted already. There's really nothing going on, so there's no reason today needed to be canceled. But I get doing it that early. You don't kind of won't know. You kind of don't know that yet. But,
for safety reasons, just in case, you never know. I
spoke to Nick Outman yesterday. I was looking forward to going down there, but oh well.
I kind of feel I feel really bad for Martyr because this was the second time it happened to him. He came up here the last time, and the show he was supposed to be on was canceled. So Pro Wrestling Magic heard through the grapevine and put the invitation out there to this young man to come in, and he rocked house. Me and Joe was sitting there watching the kid. We spoke with him in the back, and instantly, me and Joe became fans of this kid.
Yeah, I had never seen him before. I'd heard of him. I've seen his picture on Twitter or whatever, but I'd never seen him work. I'd never seen him work at all. Never mind in person, on tape, nothing. But he was real. That kid, what is he, 18 now or 20 or something like that?
No, he's 19. He started when he was, I think, 14 or
15,
15,
right?
14 or 15.
Yeah, something like that.
But he's a
prodigy.
Because I believe in Florida they don't have an age limit, I guess.
That's what he said, yeah.
You can confirm that, can't you, Dennis? Because you were in Florida for a while, right?
For which one?
Florida doesn't have an age limit to when to start.
The gray area.
Because I know Jersey and Delaware don't.
Well,
Jersey and Delaware doesn't.
Jersey used to be 18.
Yeah, Jersey used to be 18, but a lot of places won't let you do it unless you're 16.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact, Monster Factory won't let you work for them if you're not 16.
Right.
But that's only for their show, so because you're doing it as a student, technically speaking.
Yeah.
And once you turn 18, if Danny Cage decides, hey, I'm gonna let some of that rope loose so you can expand, go for it. But there was some occasions some of his talent showed up in PA, but that's also he didn't know and he wasn't happy.
I got a question. Is the Facebook stream showing up? I know it's showing up on YouTube. On my form here, it's saying it's streaming to those particular ones, but it's.
I don't think it is.
I think I know what happened. I think it's on the BodySlams page, the other BodySlams page. But it's okay. We'll just share it off the YouTube. Just share it from the YouTube page and share it over. Yeah, because that's what I see. I think when I updated this to go live, we went to the other BodySlams page, which was for rentals and stuff. So that would be my fault total in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the YouTube link and I'm going to share it over. So,
you're
gentlemen,
you're live just on the BodySlams business service on YouTube, on Facebook. So I'm going to share that link so people at least it's live on Facebook at least.
Right.
Yeah, I want us to get this. Okay, but anyway, gentlemen, let's get into the Royal Rumble. Let's pop this up on the screen here, and we kicked off the show with Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, defending his title against Seth freaking Rollins. So, who wants to start off on this? Because, like for me, it was already. I wasn't too surprised. I kind of figured this was gonna kick
I thought
off.
there was going to be Hook and Crook in this match for sure.
Hook's in AEW. He wouldn't be in this match.
There's a lot of hooks. There's a lot of hooks and crooks in this.
So look, I was watching this match, right? I think the match just started, and Seth just put Roman through the table, and then my mom called and kicked me off my Peacock on my cell phone.
Oh,
Because I was making food last night, so I was watching my phone. So after that moment, I don't know what happened. I came into the bedroom as Roman's walking away with the title. I was like, all right, well, Roman won. I'm 1-0. All right.
Well, that works out for you.
So you didn't see Roman decimate and destroy Seth Rollins with a chair.
But I did see the shiner that Roman got from Seth Rollins on his left eye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was nice. It was thick there. But I had my own predictions for where, like, how they were saying about the Usos being barred from ringside. I was looking for. I did not see this kind of ending coming. I did not see it being a disqualification. More or less, I was thinking a third party, a third choice would have came down and interfered, something like that, to cause. I know there was big talks about surprises being at the Rumble, being in the Rumble itself. When Seth came out as the Shield look and all that, one thing I was thinking would be a one-night appearance, and it had to be a nice big payday, if anything. I was thinking a one-night appearance by Mox. Yep. The only reason why I was thinking Moxley would have came and appeared one night for this match only is because McAfee named Mox during the intro.
Yeah, he said it, and then Rollins said it on TV last week. Rollins said it on TV last week, Mox, and then Michael Cole kept saying Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. So it was like a tease. It kept teasing, and it got the fans who are watching, very curious to see what exactly was going to go down. And trust me, like I said, this whole pay-per-view was if you're a fan, it was definitely a emotional roller coaster, because there's a lot of things, a lot of swerves and this and that we did not see happening, whether it be in the Rumble or the finishing of some of these matches of what was going on. So, but yeah, I had my pick as Roman going over, and I was wrong in that one. But like, I personally would have liked to, like, if it wasn't Mox, I would have hoped it would have been, they would have brought the other cousin, the other Uso up from NXT, Solo.
Yeah.
Which a lot of other people out there know him as Sepha. That would have been.
I don't even remember who won this. I picked Roman, but I don't.
Roman won.
Okay.
No, he didn't. Seth Rollins won by.
Yes. That's right, because Roman wouldn't get rid of the fucking face lock or whatever it was.
He wouldn't.
Yeah, he had the ropes.
I thought Roman won because when I came in, he walked away. He was walking away with a title. So I'm 0-1. Never mind. I got that wrong.
I liked Rollins coming out to the Shield gimmick.
Yes.
And
that's another reason why I thought. That's another reason why I thought Mox was going to show up sometime in the middle of the match or whatever, because he did that.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been cool if the match is going on and music hits again, and Moxley comes walking down the thing, the crowd or whatever. Awesome. That would have been cool.
Hey, everybody out there who's watching, listen, our chat room is open for comments and questions, so please chime in with your thoughts about the Royal Rumble. Please do so. And if you're just watching us for the first time, whether it be on YouTube, I would say Facebook, but we're streaming to the other Facebook page by accident, and we're on Twitch. But you can check us out on BodySlamsPodcast.com. You can like, share, comment, subscribe to any one of our platforms. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram as well. And if you're missing this, you can watch, or you want to go back and watch it again, you can watch the replays as well. So please hit us up. Dennis, yes, I know you're watching.
Well, no. Again, I went to our other podcast page. I went to the BodySlams page, and I shared it.
One more time. He's watching.
I'm watching. Just in case my dad can't post that because he's in a rehab right now. So until
I'll
post that he's watching.
Much love, blessings, shout out. Get well, Danny. Love to see you at the baseball games again. Dennis, you see I'm sporting Reading Phillies hat. I can't wait for the game to start.
I'm excited for baseball. But this isn't about baseball. This is about the Royal Rumble, man.
Yes, indeed.
And chocolate.
And chocolate.
This other Dennis brand. All right, sorry.
Yes. All right, gentlemen. And then after that controversy, that controversial win for Rollins, like I said, Roman still got to walk out as the WWE Universal Champion.
Yep.
Up next, up the bat, we had the Women's Royal Rumble. Of course, this is not the entire format of everyone there on the screen. We had some surprises, kind of. Some are predictable because it's like the same old. The biggest one of all that was not really a surprise, but everyone was hoping for, was Mickie James coming out to her music and with the Impact Championship title.
Yeah, that was cool, dude. She came out with the belt and the graphic said Impact World Champ or Impact Women's Champion or whatever. That was really cool.
So when that happened, first off, my girl Nina, I don't think I've ever seen her so excited and yell so loud because, like, we were all making the joke that WWE is not going to allow them to let her walk out with the Knockouts Championship title for another promotion. I was a naysayer. I was a non-believer. I'm like, this is going to allow it.
And then on the screen, it said Impact Women's Champion.
Yeah, that's what I just said,
even the fact that it said it on screen, I was
that's what I just said. They put it in the graphic. Like I knew, obviously we knew she was going to be there, that she was announced, and
but that was
I knew that they were going to announce her as champion because they already said it on TV. But I didn't think she would have the belt with her.
No, I didn't think they were going to have the belt with her. I didn't think they were going to have it on the nameplate on the screen.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I did
not expect her to come out with Hardcore Country.
I don't know about you guys, but it kind of makes me want to see more. I want to see more of that.
Do you think that that they did all that to make her happy because of the garbage bag incident?
Yes. Listen, I love Mickie. She's a sweetheart. She is without a doubt one of the true gems in professional wrestling that cares about the fans and the business. And I love her for that.
And the workers.
I've got to meet with her, hang out with her, and she is legit.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I've known her for a couple of years too.
Going way back before she made it big when she was still working as Alexis Laree.
Yeah, I was at her last match before she went to WWE. It was right here in Jersey in Booton. She worked Ronnie Stevens, aka Simply Luscious. It was awesome.
Oh yes, I know.
Yeah, it was great.
I met her at Gut Check in Philly. And after the Gut Check, I was talking with Chavo because I was trying to bring him into a seminar that, Chio, you know about that one. The NEWF seminar that never happened at the show. Let's not do it now because of a holiday for family, which I love Chavo for that because it means family is more important. But Mickie was like, she was talking to me and stuff, and she's like, I watched it, and she gave me criticism about what she didn't think I did good. You know, she what work or watches a seminar that they're doing.
She told you.
She literally was like, "Look, I watched a little bit. This is what I think you need to work on," and I love her for it because I wanted to know what I did wrong. Like I already knew, Simon Diamond didn't like what we did in the tag team match, and he said because you know what he did. One thing he didn't like I did, but it's what I only had to do. You know, but then. She critiqued me, and Chavo critiqued me. But the fact that she took time out of her day to give me some criticism, and then we bullshitted for the next half hour about sports.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see her walk out with her own style. It's her.
Yeah, that
was
awesome.
Part of me does feel like they let her do all that because of what happened.
That's right. Yeah, I thought.
And it's like I'm not. I don't want people to tune into this and think I'm discrediting her.
No.
Or the partnership Vince might have with Impact right now, but real fans will believe that she got all that because of the trash bag incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought for sure that they were going to let her at least get down to the final 4 for just her status being a women's champion from another company. At least the final 4, at least.
Yeah.
You know, I have my own Mickey story, but that's something I'll talk about off air if anything. But yeah, there was a lot of surprises. There was
was a surprise.
Wait, who?
Melina.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
I was pissed off they eliminated her like that. Like slap in the face. Like
every like unannounced or surprise was gone within a minute.
Yes.
Who was another disappointed besides Melina? Molly Holly.
Yeah.
Lady Molly. Ivory, yes.
Yo,
Ivory. I love that she was talking the whole time on the mic. Hey, this is ridiculous. We don't need people like you. And then she gets tossed over, and she gets eliminated, and she goes, "How dare you?" Like, and that's the whole point of the match.
As soon as I heard that music, I'm thinking, is she actually going to come down dressed like that? And she did come down, and when she started talking on the mic, I'm thinking, oh, she's the WWE's Karen before there was Karens.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in one of the past women rumbles and they didn't do the right to censor gimmick?
Yes.
She was just as Ivory.
Okay,
wasn't that last year?
So that was like a surprise.
I want to say it was the Rumble before Mania.
I got to admit, when I first heard the music, I was like, "Oh shit, Stevie Richards!" And I realized it was the women's one. Like, oh fuck. But yo, I guess they allowed Melina to be there because they got rid of Morrison.
Like her reaction,
they had their
her pure joy and reaction made that special.
How
she got in the ring.
That was
immediately started crying. Like she's like looking around, like let's read
Melina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like she didn't. I don't think she expected to get the reaction.
And she was in there with Sasha Banks too. So
like that. As soon as I saw Sasha was number 1, I'm thinking, okay, so I wanted Sasha to win.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't happening.
You would think. You would think Sasha, Charlotte, and Mickey James plus whoever the 4th might be, at least them 3 would have been the final 4.
Yeah.
At least
you know what I wanted to see? I won't lie. I would have loved to see, like, I did think Ronda was going to show up because, like, there was a lot of stuff being thrown out there, and she never denied it. So I'm like, all right, the last time Ronda showed up, she never denied that she was going to be there.
Well, who was it that called her out? Somebody posted something on Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Someone else that was in the Rumble. I was like, I heard you're going to be there and come and find me and some shit like that. I don't remember who. Was it Becky Lynch, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Becky was working a singles match though.
But
unless
it was like
unless pushing that.
But she was just saying that she's going to be at the event. I think so. That was the whole deal. That's where I think that might be how the rumor started because Becky fucking Lynch spoiled it.
I won't lie. I would love to see the four horsewomen of WWE.
Yeah.
And the 4 horsewomen of UFC in that ring at one shot. Just tease it. I know 2 of the girls ain't in WWE no more. They got let go from from NXT, but bring them back for one shot. You give the fans their money because you do that, and the place is going to lose their shit.
Yeah, they will.
You know,
absolutely.
But I think Melina getting eliminated the way she did was a little kind of slap in her face, in my opinion. I think she should have got to stay in a little longer.
I didn't know that
I was not there. Yes.
No, she doesn't work for them. She got released. They brought her back as a surprise.
Oh, just for that?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't know that.
I don't know. I don't think
she would have been a good. She would have been a good choice to stay in there for a while.
Well, they just had a kid, right? Didn't they just have a kid?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm disappointed that Aaliyah stayed in as long as she did.
She's not a bad worker.
No, but when you watch though, it's like seeing for me, it's like seeing a celebrity coming in who worked a little bit on the indies and figured, hey, I'm gonna make an appearance at Rumble. You know, it's like seeing Bad Bunny, but we'll get to that one then later on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But
but Ronda was a huge surprise.
by the way, Dana Brooks looked amazing last night.
Her and Kelly look nothing like themselves.
No.
Like Dana Brooks is literally got back. Is like in probably
Like she
the
lost
best
weight.
shape of her best shape of her life.
But her face
Like,
don't even look like her, man.
No, because she thinned out. She thinned out.
I didn't know it was
why.
her. I'm like, they said it's Dana Brooks. That's not Dana. And then they got a close up. Like, holy shit, that's Dana Brooks.
Same thing with Kelly. She came out like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, she's all on that toner stuff.
Her face just don't look like her at all, man. I don't know. Somebody posted on Twitter last night, like, did they recast Kelly? Like, what the fuck?
What about Cameron?
Yo, they missed a golden opportunity for her and Alicia Fox and Melina to be in the thing at the same time.
Like, I won't lie. Listen, so this is the first match I actually called something to my girl right before it happened. And after I saw Cameron get knocked out, and it was by Sonya Deville, I was like, Naomi's next. And she's like, what? Next thing you know is Naomi, Glow.
Yeah.
I'm like, freaking called it.
Her elimination looked like a botch to me.
Oh, I think it was. I think it was. Because you saw Naomi go over there.
Wait, was it her?
It was.
Wait, was it her that was that hit the? Maybe it was Kofi. Who was it? Kofi's the one whose feet hit.
Yeah.
And they did the replay.
Naomi got pulled out the ring. She was hanging on by her feet
by Sonya. Right?
I like that.
Yes,
I liked it.
So, dude, that's Hogan and Sid Vicious in '92, man.
Yes.
Hogan was, but the problem with that is if this is legitimate, they can't keep letting that happen. Because
I wish they would have did more.
Sonya and Hogan are already eliminated. They can't pull somebody out and then that person's eliminated because the other person was no longer in the match.
I feel the same way. Look, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I agree 100%. Once you're out, you're out. If you get pulled out by somebody, you should stay in the ring.
No. Natty got eliminated twice.
Yo, she did. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, she did.
Say, what's the name? Taka Michinoku got eliminated like 6 times in 2000.
You know what I hated about the entire the one thing that I disliked about the entire women's match is Charlotte being in the match.
No. It was her idea. They did a whole story around it.
I don't like it.
They built an
angle. I
kind
of liked it too at the same time, but if she was gonna be in it, she should have won it though. At least.
Yes.
I was kind of disappointed they didn't have any of the females from NXT.
Was
in the Rumble.
Oh, they dropped the ball on this. Again,
wait, isn't that Aaliyah chick from NXT?
No, she's on the main roster.
Now,
I don't even know who she
came
was.
Up so Aaliyah got brought up for Survivor Series.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But no, I think Vince and them dropped the ball 100% because we've all agreed that they should have NXT workers on both the Rumbles, and they didn't have one.
Yes.
No.
Not one NXT. What is NXT for then? Like, you have people down there that are ready to come up.
Well, they're back down.
It's
developmental again. Yeah.
Well, again, yes, but you also have people down. You have guys down there that have been ready to come up since you went back. Since you.
Honestly, I was looking to see Raquel Gonzalez.
I was looking for that. I was looking for
Dakota Kai.
Yes, like there's a.
It could have been another one.
Oh, and they dropped the ball with Shorty. Why the hell did she not come out with the goddamn tag? I was let down.
Oh, Shotzi?
Yeah.
Shotzi.
What the hell, Shorty?
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm like,
no tag?
This ain't Shorty Gable, right?
That sounds like
Shorty
G? Shotzi, yeah.
Shorty
no,
G.
No tag?
She should have came out with the tag.
Why? It's her gimmick.
Yeah,
it's her one main.
But it's a Rumble though. It's not like a singles match where you're there to put over your gimmick. It's like you don't have a lot of time to do all that shit.
I got a question for you guys. Did anybody here think when Ronda and Shayna locked eyes and started smiling that eventually I was thinking they were going to start fucking up everyone in the Rumble and then become the last two and having them go at it at the end?
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Yeah, I kind of thought that for a second too. I thought they were going to
It would have been
It kind of
so
looked like they were going to
sweet.
start fighting right away too. So
I didn't realize that. I'm looking at this background right now. I didn't realize Michelle McCool was announced.
And
I didn't know
or
either.
advertised.
Yeah, she was in
she's
it.
right there
Yeah.
on the top right next to Summer
And
Rae.
Summer Rae, yeah. And the Bellas,
so much
you
I
know,
pay attention.
we knew they were going to be there, but we knew they wasn't going to go over because, you know, they're busy doing their thing in Hollywood, you know, with with their show and then whatever other projects they got going on too as well. So, but so was everyone surprised with the outcome of the winner? I kind of is, and I was and was not.
Yeah,
correct.
I knew she was winning.
I was surprised she showed up, but once she showed up, I'm like, oh, she's winning. I knew it.
Yeah.
Again,
it's like as soon as you saw her, you're like, okay.
A lot of again, I think the women's Royal Rumble was way better than the men's.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not just because of the surprises, but the way the stories and the emotions were all involved. Because you know, you had Lita eliminate Mickey James, which they had a tiff back in the day. You had
the
Naomi,
Bella,
the Bellas
Bella
and
against each other. They both eliminated.
Which was
I won't lie,
that was amazing.
Yeah,
I did not expect that turn. I'm like, oh, that she's gonna save her sister. She's like, no, F you, bang. I'm like,
but
how about before that? Sarah
what about
Logan
that
showing up?
But what about that little?
I got a little teary eyed for that one.
But what about that little allegiance they did with Alicia Fox when she was on the rope on the outside and the Bellas?
Yeah.
They all did the fist pump together. They all, and then boom,
it was this, and then like, get the hell out of here.
All right, gentlemen, let's move on to the next. Yeah, we got boy, man, we're already at probably 40 minutes and we only hit 2 matches.
Yeah.
All right, next match. Doudrop taking on the Raw Women's Champion, the man, or whatever she wants to call herself nowadays, Becky Lynch.
Big time bet. This was good. It was pretty good.
Oh yes, like
I'm not a big Doudrop fan, and I think the name is fucking terrible. But
yeah, they need to let her go back to Piper Nivens.
Yes,
and
I agree.
This is my break match. I went into the kitchen.
I'm
sorry. It's because I don't feel that the name for Piper is right. They brought her in. They brought up the main roster the wrong way. She can outwork 85% of these damn women in that roster. As a bigger woman that can actually move and do things, you killed her.
That's very impressive because there's not a lot of big girls out there that can do that at all.
They're killing it.
I think they don't put her over, as a big star because of her size. Because she's not a model. She's not a fucking.
I know,
model.
and it's bullshit.
That's the motto they're going.
Yeah,
and the thing is, they're going back to that shit.
Like
right, I think it's
the only time.
But...
The only time they started going that route of putting over someone bigger, Nia Jax, Bull Nakano,
China,
Karma.
Also,
Also, because they were like, but a lot of them were bigger than Doudrop though.
Yeah,
they were bigger. But when you go further back to like Bull Nakano, she was one of those Japanese workers who can work someone like Alundra Blaze back in the day, and that's what I kind of see here. This was like Alundra Blaze working Bull Nakano.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good comparison.
Two different size women, one bigger than the other, and the big girl can work her ass off. If you remember, Bull Nakano, she used to do the leg drop off the top rope and shit like that. I mean,
have you seen her lately? She's like a stick figure now.
Yes.
Super skinny, and she plays like pro golf in Japan.
I would not have hated it if Doudrop would have took the title last night. I would not.
I would have been okay with it
at all.
Like, don't get me wrong, I did watch the match. I just didn't watch the full match. Like, I thought Doudrop killed herself when she did
Doudrop,
whatever. Again,
Piper. Let's just call it Piper.
Watch, ready?
Yeah, right.
Shorty.
Actually,
my brain's still asleep, but I'm awake. I'm not falling asleep on the show. But it's like when they did the introductions, I don't think she kind of played to the fans too much. She kind of just came out and was like, "Hi," and went back to her corner. She didn't try to get the fans amped up that she was in that ring with Becky Lynch.
I think she just wanted to come out as like a almost like a silent badass.
I get that. I do, but give us a different pose. Don't just come into the middle ring and do this.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
as a fan, I'm happy she got that moment because she's busted her ass for that moment. But give fans something in that ring because you're in a spotlight with, without a doubt, one of the top wrestlers in the females division in a very long time.
Did any of you see the picture? I believe it was on Twitter. Becky Lynch posted post match afterwards, backstage.
I think I
didn't see that.
It did not even look like her.
No,
at all. She's standing there in the backstage area with the belt, and it was I was like, holy shit! I'm like, is that Becky? I'm like, oh my god! Like,
what the hell? Actually mentioned the fucking sign. There was a fire in the building last night. She mentioned it.
Yeah,
That's
the
WrestleMania
funny. Sign caught on fire apparently.
Yeah, they evacuated the section above it or whatever.
Oop.
Politician hack.
Someone just commented.
No, wrong hack. no, that is our buddy Pat Bernard put us on to hack. He has his own podcast that he does on YouTube as well. Brother, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for that feedback about the sign catching fire. I did not pick that up until
somebody tweeted about it during the match and said that said if the fans on TV, if their attention seems diverted, this is what's going on. And someone filmed. There was like a 30-second clip of just fucking embers and fire falling from the sign. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Yo, I wish they would change the spelling of Dewdrop's name to be DEW and get the Mountain Dew sponsorship. She can be, and also because she's big, right? She's a big girl.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm a big guy, but she's a big girl. So they can give her the nickname Mountain. So she can be Mountain Dewdrop, and then boom, she can get the fucking green gear and put the Dewdrop name in the Mountain Dew logo, and she can get millions of dollars from sponsorships and endorsements. I'm a marketing genius.
I know on her Twitter handle she has it as Double D.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dewdrop. Right.
Yeah. Aha. See,
I'm watching the video.
What
the fire was inside the sign.
Yeah.
What, in the WrestleMania sign that was hanging up?
Yeah, it almost looks like a circle of flames, and it just was dropping. There was shit falling.
Imagine they had to stop the show and evacuate the building. If that shit started like,
could you fucking imagine that right in the middle of this match?
Guys, keep wrestling. We're taking all the fans out of the building.
Yeah, we did it during COVID. You can work with no fans again. It's fine.
Fans leave. The screens come up with fans on it.
Fans have to go out to the concourse area.
Until we figure out if the building is on fire.
All right, gentlemen, let's move along.
But you know what? But later,
after Becky won, that she might get interrupted by Ronda since Ronda had just won.
But later in the night, they did the pyro around the WrestleMania sign again multiple times.
And the thing is, I don't think it was from the pyro. I think it honestly is from electrical because
somebody said it was the pyro that's around the shape of the sign, or it's in the back of it, I guess. So when whoever wins the Rumble and the pyro goes off around, or behind the sign, someone said it looked like it was from that. Like that caught some piece of the sign and started it, but. That doesn't make sense though, because it's not like it's made of paper, right? So it had to be like an electrical.
It's all metal.
Yeah,
it's
right.
all metal.
So it had to be some kind of electrical or something from inside. It's so crazy to watch the video and think like that happened inside the building.
So they have fireproof mesh on the back of it. So the pyro.
So it would go out instantly.
So that was definitely electrical.
So basically, it'll like almost smother itself.
Yeah,
oxygen
so it won't come out.
So the shit that was falling down was like pieces of something. I don't know, or just
probably ash or whatever.
That's the word I'm looking for.
For the pyro, but they have a black mesh. It's like a curtain that protects anything from in it. And I only know that from working at Universal on the show I worked at had pyrotechnics,
So
and I learned all
is that what was burning? What was falling then, Reap? That like black curtain or whatever?
I would say most likely,
I
right?
just watched the video and it showed they just pulled all open. I think there are holes in the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's stuff from the inside dropping down. So like burnt metal or burnt wire.
See, if they really wanted to promote Nikki ASH, they would have done that during her match, and then they could have said, "Holy crap! Look at this promotional shit. There's ash falling from the ceiling, and there's Nikki Ash in the ring. It's amazing. We are marketing geniuses."
No. What would have been better is if Nikki Ash would have came out when they put it down to put the fire out.
That would have been hilarious.
I'm just saying, like I like marketing, but that would be funny.
Well, speaking of Nikki Ash and going back to that women's rumble thing, I still would have loved to see a superhero fight between her and Molly, and then let it continue a storyline between superheroes.
Yeah. Yo, so when Molly Holly came out, she was doing that little like superhero walk, like with that smile.
And then, but did you hear Nikki was like, "There's only room for only one superhero here." I'm like,
I don't know. I don't know what you guys thought, but I turned to my wife when she came out and was doing that walk, and they showed her close up, and her hair's all short or whatever, and I'm like, she looks like fucking Clay Aiken.
I seen your in the group chat.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought it was that looks like Clay Aiken from American Idol. That's amazing.
All right, gentlemen, let's move along to the next match, which was another very controversial ending, which is a surprise to me, which I thought it should have ended a different way, but it is.
Wait, one more disappointing thing about the women's rumbles: Lacey Evans didn't come back.
Yes, damn, bro.
I don't want to give anything away, but I spoke to her earlier in the week, and I was like, "Are you in the rumble Saturday, or are you still off for a little while?" Because her kid's only like 4 weeks old or 5 weeks old. So she sent me I don't remember if it was like the laughing emoji or the winking emoji. So I'm like, okay, I said your secret is safe with me, and then she sent me the laughing thing, and I go, all right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna bet $10 you're gonna be there. If you are there, then I'll split it with you. If you're not, I'm gonna send you a fucking bill. And then she didn't show up. She didn't show up, and I texted her back, and I'm like, dude, I lost $10 because of you. And she sent me another fucking laughing emoji. I'm like, God damn it. I could have sworn that the wink just meant she didn't want to say anything because it was a surprise.
Right. That's what I would have thought.
Yeah. I love that girl. I've known her since 2015. She's the fucking sweetest girl in the world. I love her husband. Her husband's awesome. But I was and she posted
knows Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
And hasn't pitched for her to come on the show.
Oh, I
and you and Joe
does WWE allow that? I don't even know unless you're Chris Jericho, or they don't even allow him anymore.
Well,
no, so I was talking to I'm friends with a referee in WWE, and it's one of the very first female referees there.
Jess.
Yeah,
we
all know Jess.
Yeah,
I
knew her.
Amazing girl.
I met her as Kennedy Brink.
Yes, like we all know her as a wrestler.
Yeah,
and I asked her about I want to do an episode where it's just the female referees in the professional business. So
yeah,
I'm trying to get her, the other girl that's the first black referee in WWE history,
Portia.
And the UK referee from overseas.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to get a hold of Bryce to get
the black the black chick is Asia Smith.
Yeah,
Asia Pereira. I remember her from the Indies too. She was Asia Pereira.
But I want to do a show where it's just specializing on the women of wrestling that
that would be awesome.
That are making a big statement in refereeing because it's never been done. And just spotlight them, like no wrestling talk, like just talk about their what they had to do to get there, and they're transitioning from wrestling into refereeing. And Jess is like, I'm on board. But she has to get the green light for Vince for all the referees because there's 3 WWE referees, and I'm trying to get 1 AEW ref. Yeah. If I can get all 4 of them on one podcast.
Well, he let Jericho do it's Steve Austin.
Well, that's Steve Austin and Jericho.
He let Jericho do the Dennis Reaper show, so the Broken Beard Sessions.
Damn. But no, so like she said, she has to talk to Vince. She goes, I don't think it'll be a problem because two of them are always together, and the UK girl, she's on board as long as Vince is okay. Problem is it can't be filmed live because the girl's in the UK.
Schedules. Oh
yeah.
Right.
Maybe we can get the girls to do it themselves, record it, and send us the footage.
Well,
but how do you interview her that way?
Well, the thing is,
no, you have that.
SmackDown will be in Hershey.
You can have them almost do like a round table, but online, where they can just discuss back and forth, where they can pretty much interview each other. They can ask each other's questions, like what it was like for.
But then, what do we need Dennis for? You know what I mean?
Well,
no, I'm saying, like, what would you?
No.
Dennis,
I get what he's
Dennis
saying.
I get
Dennis
what he's saying.
Start
the show off.
Honestly, no, that's honestly the truth. But I know SmackDown will be in Reading or Atlantic City within the next 3 months.
Fucking AEW's in Atlantic City in 2 weeks.
I know. So I'm trying to pull this off very quickly and to pull it off because if I can get Aubrey Edwards on the show live, like in person, then I'll just do the two WWE referees and then do a separate one for the UK.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And do a UK one separately.
Yeah, you know? I'm sure that Aubrey would be absolutely probably wouldn't even have to ask permission.
No, and that's the thing.
This is I have to do this on this day. It's like we shouldn't have to ask somebody.
But I always when I ask the the talents if they can do stuff, I go, do I need to reach out to the big guys? They go, no, we do that. Everything we do, we ask privately. Podcast wise, as long as they give the green light, they have to make sure that if we have them on the show, we have to promote their shows. So
who you getting on here, Mikey? Mikey,
what?
Who your brother you getting on count. The show? Yeah, your brother does not count. All right, gentlemen, we got a little bit off. Never heard of him.
Wow,
never heard of the guy.
There's a blast from the past. Yo, I am asking Lacey right now. I'm phone in hand. I didn't even. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Well, I know this coming Thursday we have Darian Hardway, so I'm gonna have to recheck the schedule with him just to make sure he's still good. And then 2 weeks after that, it's whoever Dennis has us.
Well, I was hoping Bob Evans would have responded, but he hasn't responded.
I love his restaurants, by the way.
All right, gentlemen, let's move along since we got off track here. And like I said, on to that controversial match that could have went either way, but I'm very, very huge surprised of how it ended. And that is the match between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Me, I would have loved to see these two get into some MMA shit during the beginning of the match.
I was thinking that they should have just had this
go to blows.
They should have just had this be an MMA match.
I think honestly, even though Brock is as big as he is and he is who he is, I think Lashley would have destroyed him probably because with their records, with their MMA records.
Lashley's a way better MMA fighter than Brock Lesnar.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Like, I think hands down, if you compare them apples to apples, Lashley. But again, here's the difference though. Lashley didn't face the competitors that Lesnar had to face.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is if you look at MMA wise, the UFC is the WWE, and Bellator and everything was like.
Second tier. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like the Indies.
I do think Lashley would destroy Lesnar.
Can I tell you my favorite Bobby Lashley moment? It has nothing to do with the Royal Rumble. One on some fucking some freaking TNA pay-per-view or show or whatever. Him and his wife came out to the ring. Bobby Lashley was carrying a microphone. She grabbed the mic and said, "Bobby has nothing to say." Why did he have a microphone then? Okay, that's all. Actually, I think what she said was, "We have nothing to say," something like that. And then they left the ring. And then they left the ring. So why do they have a microphone? Okay, sorry. I think that they should build this feud for a year, and during that year, Lesnar should shave his face and his head, and Lashley should grow a beard and get that weird braid that Lesnar had, so they could switch hair.
You're killing me, Joe. You're killing me.
Come on, it's amazing. And he should dye it the same color as Lesnar's, like that dirty blonde, so it looks like he stole his beard and his title and his hair and his ponytail.
Yeah.
And now it's on his head.
Yo.
But I love this match. I've been waiting for this match for 10 plus years. Okay.
Yeah.
Any one of us that were in the ring have wanted this match for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And we finally get it. In my opinion, I had a feeling it was going to be a screw job, but I wanted to see it to where it was a screw job to where they face each other again at Mania. Because this was a Mania built match.
But I think the problem with this is once you saw who won this, then it was like, okay, the other guy's going to be in the Rumble and win the Rumble, and they're still going to work at Mania. Because there's already rumors of Mania happening. So it's like, all right, so and so won. That means this guy's going to win. And
well, let's analyze this then. Okay,
analyze.
Yeah, let's analyze it because because some people just took it up the ass when they didn't get to see their picks or their predictions of how this thing will end, which I was one of them because I did not see none of this coming. Besides Roman interfering, I was expecting, if anything, the Usos interfere on behalf of Roman, but Brock's still going over. That's what I was expecting, but when as soon as we got the ref bump, and then Roman came out, but the shocker for everyone was
the Roman swerve
with Heyman.
Yeah,
right.
No,
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
you would
first
think
off,
that swerve would have been saved for a WrestleMania match.
No, it makes sense for right now. It makes honest sense.
But
Unless
they did make it look like when they zoomed in on Heyman before he handed him the title belt, they made Heyman look like he was afraid, or I should say Heyman looked like he was afraid. So they could still spin it and say like, "Yo, I wasn't screwing over Lesnar. I was terrified that this guy was going to kill me, and he wanted the title belt, so I gave it to him." I know. Shut up. Let me finish.
But if you kept watching it after he gave him the belt,
he left with him.
No, before that, the look on his face turned from scared to, "Hey, I'm a sinister little devil." Ha type look on his face.
Right.
Like,
yes, it did.
That's how it was when they were right at the exit or entry or whatever the hell you call it. When they were right before the entrance too, and they zoomed in on Reigns holding the title and Heyman next to him doing the little fucking worship my
and he's like
table guy.
This whole the promos after this coming up on either Raw or SmackDown with what just went down between just them three, between Brock, Roman, and Heyman. These promos are going to be lit and fired. They will. Those promos there are going to be the show. I wouldn't give a fuck what happens the rest of the night on Raw or SmackDown. I just want to hear those promos there like that. What's going on? That's the only thing I'm excited about. But, hands down, this was a great match. These two, the way they were suplexing each other, dropping each other on each other's like on the back of the necks and shit like that. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, like Bobby Lashley giving Brock Lesnar a taste of his own medicine by tossing
the German,
him. The German suplex?
Yeah, that first one. The first one, Brock got up and was like, laughed, like, okay. But then
the rest of them were all receipts. I'm sorry.
But then
those were all receipts for dropping Brock on his neck.
But then the way Brock was dropping Lashley.
Well, that was on Lashley.
Lashley kept
turning.
He kept going on to the one side.
Like realistically, that was not a Brock fault. That was a Lashley problem.
Yeah.
Lashley would jump and would turn, and then like the first one, I was like, oh, why did he put it? Ooh, that looked nasty. That was a receipt for the dropping him on his head. But after that, that was all Lashley. It looked like Lashley was like blown.
Blown.
Yeah, but
he had no energy whatsoever to jump.
No, I know you meant.
By far,
you meant blown up.
He kind of looked like Ronda Rousey, looking all confused. Like she was all lost and confused in the Rumble, didn't know what the hell to do, And he just looked like he wasn't prepared to take those many,
suplexes.
Toilet paper, anyone? I've got toilet paper.
By far. Regardless of the finish of how it ended with Roman and Heyman and stuff like that, from top to bottom, this would have been a beautiful, perfect ass match with a clean finish. No matter who would have went over, whether Brock or Bobby, I would have been happy with either guy going over because the match itself was beautifully done for two big guys their sizes. You know, when you go back and you watch something like Brock and Goldberg, no, this was by
this
far
was way better than Brock and Goldberg.
Oh God, what wasn't?
This was at the pinnacle of top tier as like when us as kids watching Hogan and Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So
because essentially this is like a dream match, basically, that actually happened.
It really this match really was a dream match for a lot of people. Like the promos back and forth between those two were great.
Yeah.
So like I enjoyed that because it was legit. It was, Lesnar made a good point. Maybe if you're blaming me that we never met each other. Maybe if you were good, we would have, and if we did meet, you would have lost. Like back in Brock's prime, even more prime back in the day, Brock would have beat him. That's the way it would have been built. Him winning last night made more sense than Brock winning because they have the storyline they've been building with the whole Roman and him situation.
Right.
Just a heads up, guys. My my control tablet here, for some reason, it lost connection, but we're still on with the laptop and all that stuff. Yeah. Good thing I have all that going on here. But beyond that Brock match, the next one up the bat would have been let me remove that.
God,
right here.
By this point, it was already like 20-11, and I was like, dude. There's still the tag. I mean, there's still the mixed tag match and the goddamn men's rumble. I was passing out. I mean, I'm assuming it.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it was late.
This is going to be a long night.
I'm assuming it was later because it was a Saturday night, so they, had more leeway.
The pay-per-view, the premium event ended by midnight.
And they didn't have any. There was no matches on the pre-show. Is it the first time that's happened in a while?
I know. I was surprised. I was thinking at least a tag team title match would have happened,
right, or something. Yeah, they haven't done. Is that the first time that they've ever done that?
I have not.
No, there's been a couple of times they didn't have matches on pre-shows.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
But yes, I'm a Miz and Maurice fan, so I was pulling for them 100%.
You had the Hall of Fame grit couple.
Yo, Edge and Beth Phoenix made their entrance, and somebody that I follow on Twitter, I don't remember who it was, wrote, Edge and Beth Phoenix look like they would fix the shit out of a bunch of motorcycles right now. And I fucking lost it. It was fucking hilarious.
Monster Garage type shit.
What was funny?
I pictured Monster Garage or West Coast Shoppers with those two mechanics.
So 2 things about their entrance. One, my girls wasn't expecting to see Beth Phoenix do the same thing that Edge was doing with the entrance, running back and forth like
right. I saw that. Yeah.
But the pain, the homage that Beth Phoenix did with the face paint was awesome.
I did not pick up on it. What was the face paint? I honestly,
Luna. She did the lightning strikes on the side of her face. She didn't do it like the whole side of her face, but she did it a little bit. And she posted on Twitter a side-by-side comparison of them and said, "Thank you, Luna." Like the pain, the homage was awesome. Like I respect that. I appreciate that.
That's always great when a current star is paying that kind of homage to a star of. But I'm not even going to say Luna a star of the past because it wasn't that to us. It's not that long ago. Star of the past is like seeing like I'm gonna say like go as far as to say Backlund, San Martino.
Yeah,
and Luna was after that though.
Backlund and San Martino got name drop shout outs at the beginning of the show.
They did.
Oh,
Michael Cole. Yeah, Michael Cole mentioned that.
Michael Cole was doing a lot of names. They were dropping a lot of names last
night. They mentioned Roman Reigns as being like in that top tier of guys who's above him. Backlund, Hogan, San Martino, and Pedro Morales.
Right, Pedro Morales
having the longest reign, not all together, just one long run
Not combined.
yeah, in a single run that's not combined. Exactly. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
There's other that's for that title. That's just that. And they do champions. I think there's other people in those list.
Oh yeah.
They're just not mentioning their name.
Like if they did an all-time greatest champion who had the most championship wins, and I don't mean just world championships, just champion belts galore, hands down, no lie, it has to be Jerry Lawler. For he had like every title and every damn company, whether it's a heavyweight title, tag team title, or whatever it was, multiple times. Jerry Lawler, hands down, probably had to have the most championship reigns than anyone in history.
Well, so I'm gonna go off a list here, right?
I'm not going off of just WWE stuff. I'm talking about.
Well, no. I know that. I'm going by what WWE said last night. So top 10 longest reigning WWE champions.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I actually looked that up last night.
Bruno, Backlund, Hogan, Sammartino again, Pedro, CM Punk, John Cena, AJ Styles, Macho Man, and Hogan again. Roman's not even on the top 10 for that.
Right.
Not even Brock. So like, that comment they made, like I get it, but I like don't.
But why are they comparing it to him? Yeah, he's not even.
Don't lie. Like, you're not in the. He's not even in the top 5.
Right.
He's not even in the top 5. Like, I could see if you can compare him for the new age, like this, like in the past 10
modern,
years. Okay,
modern
modern champions, absolutely. But don't compare him to like a Bruno. No offense, wrestling back then, between Bruno, Backlund, Hogan, and Pedro, wrestling back then was way harder than it is now. You know, when they put a championship on you,
it meant something back then.
Yes. Now it doesn't mean shit.
Now it's like a coin toss. A coin toss.
No, yeah.
Who's going to go to next?
Winning a championship means something still to the wrestlers, but to the stories, it don't mean shit.
Yeah,
you're gonna hold it for 2 days and you're gonna drop it.
Yeah, you're gonna win it today and lose it tomorrow night on Raw.
You know, they did that with Zack Ryder. He wins one of the biggest matches of his career and then loses the next night.
Yeah.
Why? Let the man win the title.
Same thing with Ziggler. Didn't they give Ziggler the title and then he lost on Raw to Del Rio or whatever the next night?
No, he beat Del Rio on Raw the next night.
He lost he lost. I don't know. I thought he won it one day and then lost it the world title.
Del Rio won, and then Ziggler cashed in the following night and won. And they had him hold it for a little bit, but they've done it to multiple people where they win it one night and they lose a title the next day, and it's like, why? What's the point?
Yeah.
Again, this goes for every wrestling company all over the world. Stop doing it. It makes no sense. If you didn't want that person to win it this week, then don't do it.
Right.
You know.
Right. Don't put it on them.
Like that's my biggest pet peeve in wrestling. Is that right there?
Well, my pet peeve for last night was me and Dennis lost on this one here when we picked Miz and Maurice. I was actually surprised. I thought actually Maurice would have pinned Beth just to set up something for Mania between the two.
See, and after you said that, and then you saw Maurice come in with the
brick,
I'm thinking it's happening.
And it happened.
Yeah, I for a second thought that's.
I'm like, holy shit, we're gonna win this match, and then he had her by the rope, and I'm like, oh no, she's not pinning her.
I don't know. I'm just like, I liked the match, but I wasn't ecstatic for it. It did not make
didn't light my world on fire.
No, and plus the night was long, and I can totally agree with our man.
What Hack just said, absolutely agree. At this point, I was like, listen, I'm just get the men's promo going. I just want to go that, dude.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say it this way. Look, we were laying in bed for it. At this point, I got tired of sitting on the couch. We were watching on the TV in the bedroom, and I think I dozed off at like entry number 10. And then woke up at entry number 19 because I was in a pool for the women's and the men's. So my number for men's was 25, which I got robbed in the men's because Otis was my goddamn pick.
Otis was your pick?
No. I didn't pick who it was. So like,
yeah, it was the number.
My number was 25. The women's, asked me what my number was.
One.
And I was ecstatic. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Sasha Banks.
I was 7 and 26 in the women's, and then I was 18 and 23 or something like that. Oh no, sorry, I was 8 and 13 in the men's. I was in Ref Matt's pool, and I got destroyed.
Well, this Rumble had some. I'm not gonna say all, but some couple interesting things, but it was a big disappointment for me.
I didn't like the fact that they put Johnny Knoxville on the poster.
My first
fucking WWE guy there.
My first and second pick did not win, and then a nice surprise. I'm like, I was disappointed to see Bad Bunny. I did not want to see another celebrity in it, but what Bad Bunny did, what he did in the match, it was like, okay, because we've seen what he did at what Mania. Was it Mania, and he impressed me. And he impressed me here, what he did in the Rumble, but I did not want to see another celebrity in there at all. And then,
no, I'm going to be honest. I was like, oh, come on.
Like, I get why they do it. Like, they're drawing their the talents, fans in from the entertainment world. But again, the Rumble should be for the roster members only.
Yeah.
To get them over. We all get what it is.
Knoxville and Bunny just took away from like other guys, like NXT guys who could have been in there.
Yeah,
that's part of the same reason why I think Knoxville shouldn't be on the poster, because he just put a roster guy there. I mean, he's already announced. They got publicity from that. Just put a roster guy on the poster.
Yeah, really.
But this match was like, again, it was so disappointing. Kofi Kingston, I think, was knocked out for real.
Yeah, that was.
He was like locked into that wall, like he was out.
Like he was holding on, like, oh shit, I think I screwed up. And then they showed the replay in slow mo, and they showed both his feet touch, and he's like, oh shit, why do I gotta show that in front of the crowd, man?
Like Kevin Owens was kind of shocked. He's like, like I get Kofi likes to do those high risk things, but that's the one side you don't do it with the walls from the top rope because you can't guarantee.
I honestly,
hold on, and he was in
for
like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
I honestly feel that they probably went to Kofi and said, "Hey, let's make it look like you're going to do something spectacular, but you've been doing something every year. Let's just have this 1 year where you don't do anything."
Yeah.
Whereas, like, okay,
I can believe it, but that was a hard hit.
Yeah.
So I honestly think he actually was out cold. Because, like, it was like he was just like,
his ribs hit hard. His ribs.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Like, the padding
that's how
of
he
those
landed.
things are only this thick. They're maybe like
2 inches.
no, they're probably about 4 or 5 inches of padding, but it's steel underneath of that.
Yeah.
So you're coming up the top rope and you're about 190 pounds, coming down at like 15 miles an hour. That's going to hurt. Hell no. I don't care how much you're paying me, Vince. I'm not doing it. I'm not breaking a rib.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. No.
I know. One of the things I was disappointed was not getting to see the Street Profits and the Mysterios go at it. I now, with all the teasing they were doing the last 2 weeks or whatever, tossing each other over the top rope, that kind of shit, you would figure all 4 of them will be in there together. And I was looking forward to see something between Dominic and Ray go at it.
Yeah, I could have thought. He eliminates his dad.
We were saying that before. Maybe, Dominic eliminates his dad. I'm like, yep, but.
Like, I could have saw it as, like, Mysterio gets tossed over Dominic's here, someone's is outside, and Ray goes to run, and Dominic's like, hell no.
I would have loved to see this. When Kevin Owens stunned Rey Mysterio, I would have loved if he would have stunned him out of his mask. Ray tries Ray would try to cover his head as soon as it happens, and Dominic capitalizes and tosses his dad over the top rope.
Tosses him out.
That would have been so sweet. And then not
See,
to
the
mention
fact that they didn't do any of this stuff is kind of like, like it's a big letdown. It's a disappointment.
Well, sometimes they don't think the way we think, and then there's sometimes us, like people who analyze or just fans in general, we call stuff that didn't even happen yet, like maybe weeks ahead of time. Oh, we hope this happens, this and that. Or you come up with ideas like, let's say, Dennis, you can agree with me on this. Joe, you can too. Let's say you have an idea for a specialty match or a pay-per-view name or something like that. Next thing you know, WWE comes out with let's say, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my show. I'm gonna call it Battleground. Next thing you know, WWE comes out with Battleground. Oh, I'm gonna have this match where they're locked inside of a cage, but if they're gonna be in these little pods, and here comes Elimination Chamber. Like, oh man, they took my and what do we say on the indies? Oh, they took my idea. They took my idea.
The Miz stealing my move, my backbreaker, neck breaker. Yeah. I was doing that 5 years before he started doing it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we all honestly think,
dude, I was coming.
We're the only ones that think like that.
I was coming out to entrance music in 2000 when it started. Now everyone does it. It's ridiculous.
I know, for real. I would not even come out of the bathroom unless they played my entrance music.
Like at home? Like your wife,
at home.
The wife runs over with the phone, like playing your song so you can leave the bathroom.
Yeah,
I could see that.
As a kid, mom's yelling, "Hurry up! Get your shoes and jacket on! I gotta get your ass to school. I'm not going to school until you play my entrance music."
We don't even have entrance music on the show.
Sure, we do in the beginning. You heard in the beginning.
Funny.
We don't have Titans now.
But yeah, I was totally disappointed not seeing Austin Theory at least make it to the end.
Yeah, I wanted him to win. He wasn't one of my numbers in the pool, but I wanted him to win.
But with him being teased the whole time, being McMahon's boy, it would have been nice if he's there towards the end and Shane McMahon comes out, like, I'm his real son, and have them go at it.
Oh, that would have been a cool little deal.
And if they would have eliminated each other somehow, and then set a matchup between Shane McMahon and Austin Theory for the love of Vince McMahon, for the love of Daddy, that kind of shit.
I guess was Shane a surprise or was he announced? Was he advertised? I mean,
no, he was not announced. But
he's not on the poster, but I don't know if they said anything.
No, but there was speculations about him.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Yes. There was. I came across one individual news site. He was on YouTube, and it was suggested.
Yeah.
Okay, I see we have an individual joining the room.
Oh my god! Going for an hour and a half already.
Well.
I got shit to do.
We can talk other things too, then. But we're on the final.
But all right. So real quick question. Okay.
Let me bring this gentleman in, and you can ask that question for everyone. Then, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Florida, stuck in New Jersey.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. Let's hear it for Robert Murder.
How you guys doing?
Yay.
Dude, what's up, bro?
How you doing, man? Sorry, I'm like a completely unfashionably late.
No, it's totally great. Understandable, dude. Dude, you are trying to get by in New Jersey with the places you are and what you got to work with. Totally understandable.
Where are you staying at, bro?
I'm at the famous T2T training school in Brooklyn, New York. That's where I'm at right now.
So good. You managed to get out of Jersey. Excellent.
Yeah, it was.
Unfortunately, I'm still here.
That needed to happen. I was not enjoying any second of the New Jersey calls.
Hey, I've been here for 44 years, man. Okay. And I'm right with you.
It just reminds me if Staten Island was an entire state. That's just horrible time.
We talked about discussion at the top of the show that you might possibly be joining us. We wasn't sure or not. And I explained to everyone how bad I felt because this is the second time you came up north. But the last time, Magic Magic
saved
put
it.
the nice invitation out for you to come to the show, and that was a plus for me and Joe to meet you backstage and was able to get watch you work and stuff. We are actually discussing the Rumble. We pretty much got through the whole thing.
You know what? This time was clearly worse because the same company canceled the same show 2 days in a row. So I think this is a little bit worse situation than last time. But last time had to be saved. Say this weekend just couldn't be saved.
So the first company, they gave me a shitty excuse. The second one, like Invictus, they took care of me, so I have nothing to say about them. And there's not really much you can do with a blizzard, you know.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I live 15 minutes from the venue, from where Magic and Invictus run, and we got maybe 4.5 inches yesterday. I mean, it was rough to get. I went to someone's house to watch the Rumble last night that lives 1.25 miles away, and it took me almost 15 minutes. It's usually like a 4-minute drive. So the roads weren't that great. Now they're cleared up. Everything's kind of all right now, but like, man, it was just they made the right decision.
They made the right decision.
I wouldn't have postponed it in the first place. I think I would have just canceled it just because of
that's what I was saying, because like I was actually supposed to leave tomorrow. I was supposed to leave tomorrow, but I will be leaving Monday back to my
tomorrow's Monday.
Kind of warm.
Tomorrow is Monday.
Florida. Yeah, well, it's cold over there too, but it's I'm a New York native, so that's nothing to me. Like my mom doesn't understand. She doesn't get it how I can withstand cold.
Look, I used to live in Florida, and I would always laugh when people like it doesn't get cold in Florida, but like, well, it gets cold around. If you're at the bus stop to go to work or school between the hours of like 5 to 7, it's cold. But after that,
when
it's
78 to 82, it's freezing. Let me tell you. And then it's 105, and it's hot. I get it.
And like no joke. Like if you ever go to Florida, wake up at 4:35 in the morning, go stand outside. It's not freezing cold, but it's like if you're a Florida
chilly.
person,
the
it's
thing is,
you're like,
it's like in the 50s though, dude. That ain't cold. It was 9 degrees here yesterday.
But Joey, but listen, you're missing it though. For us, because we're from up north, that's not cold to us.
Yeah.
But for people in Florida don't know cold. I mean, I saw people were like wearing hoodies and winter jackets and beanies. I'm like, I'm at the bus stop in like shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, what are you guys doing? It's not that cold. They go, dude, this is not for me. No.
It's brutal.
Like, this is
it's just brutal.
Just get snow. Go see what snow's like, guys.
The thing is and I rather call it the rain shine state because it just rains all the time.
Yes.
It's not even. I don't understand why it's called the sunshine. We don't even get that much sun, and it's just very bipolar weather. Like it's I don't know what God decided that he was just very indecisive of what weather to give Florida. But about the Rumble, I know that's what we were talking about. I know you guys went through it.
Yeah, we just pretty much started it. We're on that right now. Let's give us your intake, your input.
We just started the men's talking about the men's Rumble? Yeah.
Yeah, the final match.
Say it again.
No, we pretty much just kind of started the men's Rumble, the final match of the night. We got through everything else.
Yeah. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't even bad. It was just disappointing, really. It was just a big, really, really disappointing just because when was the last time we've seen a debut in the Royal Rumble? I want to say it's like
AJ
Styles. I think it was AJ.
Styles, yeah.
Like they brought out Johnny Knoxville, so I mean I guess Johnny. I will say Johnny Knoxville was sniffing the shit out of AJ Styles. That was really cool. Throwing forearms like nobody's business.
Oh yeah.
I didn't notice that style, man. I was like, God damn, Johnny Knoxville. Bad Bunny, good as always. He could literally drop music tomorrow and fucking be a superstar. But that's really it. I mean, I knew as soon as I saw Lesnar, Jesus Christ. As soon as I saw Brock Lesnar lose the title, I already knew where they were going with it. I already could just see it from a mile away. Brock's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
That's exactly what I just said. I said, well, as soon as he lost, I knew shit. That means he's gonna be in the Rumble. He's gonna win it, and then he'll probably challenge maybe Lashley and at Mania.
Yeah, Or he might
know what?
challenge.
Or do a triple threat. Do a triple threat. Him, Reigns, and Lashley unify that, and have Charlotte in it too, or whoever, and
Yeah.
unify the women's title.
Just unify. Why don't we just unify every title? And just
Yes.
I want to hear. I want to hear Robert's. Rob, I want to hear your prediction of Mania, of how this is going to play out with Lesnar.
So the problem with this is, in my humble opinion, is that if they go the route of Roman and Brock, there is no payoff either way of who wins. There is no payoff. Neither person gets really anything out of the feud, in my opinion. They've already ran through it. We've already seen it. There is nothing to see with that match. But if we're talking about, I'm going to be honest, guys, I really liked what I saw from Lashley and Lesnar. That was really fun to me. I've never seen Lashley get dumped on his head like that, and I've never seen Brock get dumped on his head like that. And I would just personally like to watch that match again. The thing is about that match is, where do we go from that? That's the biggest thing. I really think that they're going to have Lashley retain at Mania. I really just have a feeling. And then, honestly, I really think a triple threat would be pretty cool. Unifying both titles and making it the undisputed WWE Championship. Yeah. That'd be pretty interesting. Because when was the last time we had an undisputed champion? John Cena? Was it Randy Orton?
No, I think it was Lesnar.
Was it Lesnar?
Was it Lesnar? Yeah, imagine.
Because the other two were after the brand splits, I think.
I can honestly see Lesnar pulling double duty. He still wants to get his piece of Roman, but picks Lashley to get the title back. He'll go to Mania, get the title back, then face Roman later on, champion versus champ. No, same show, Mania. It's 2 nights. 2 nights. But, have him work the first night, get the title.
What if Lesnar
face Roman?
But here's the thing: you still have elimination chambers.
You do still have
Mania.
Yeah.
So you technically will get Lesnar in one of those matches.
Yeah, but what if Lesnar wins the Money in the Bank and he won the Rumble? So now he's got 2 title shots. He kills Lashley, kills Reigns. He's got both titles. Kills Vince McMahon.
I will never be able to picture Brock Lesnar climbing up a ladder to retrieve a briefcase. I just can't. Physically, I don't know if that's possible.
What if he just stands there?
Otis.
You know.
Oh God.
Well, you don't have money. The thing is, Money in the Bank doesn't happen until after Mania. So
that is true. Yeah.
So again, I have a feeling if they do that route where they're going to do champion versus champion, which I could be okay with, is Lesnar's going to win one of the titles in Hell at the Elimination Chambers, and then go after such and such at Mania.
My thing is, I didn't understand the triple turn on Lesnar. I didn't get it. I know it was Roman. I don't know Roman, but Paul Heyman is on some sugar daddy shit. That would
have made a lot more sense if he would have did the turn at Mania.
For sure.
But if he does another turn and back to Lesnar again at Mania, Lesnar? It would not make sense at hell, because we're like,
no.
What the hell did you just do? You just had him lose the belt. Now you're helping him again win. Like, what the fuck's going on?
I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know.
I think they have something bigger planned for Mania. That's probably why they pulled the trigger early.
I know we're talking specifically about the men's Rumble and the plan for that match, but I will say I really enjoyed Seth Rollins' performance for that first opening match. I didn't expect they were going to do that match as the opening. I don't know what Seth's kind of doing right now. I'm assuming he's just Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I think that's what he's kind of going for. But it's weird to see how such a short amount of time he went from being the savior to the social media influencer to the drip god
the
to
Messiah,
the king to this in such a short year. Just pretty insane to think about.
He's like a guy on the indies who has to pick his music, and he's always changing his music.
Yeah, he can't decide. He's like,
come on, that never happens.
Today I'll come out to Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. It's gonna fit me perfect. Next night I'm coming out to 50 Cent.
Guys, I gotta hop off, guys. I gotta take off. I got some stuff.
Okay, Joe.
I gotta take care of.
All right, see you.
I didn't think we were gonna be this long, Chio. You're killing me, man.
No, it's all right. Whatever.
Gio says it runs 45 minutes to an hour, and you lies.
You know we go over.
Yeah, I know, but shoot. I will catch you all later. Robert, thanks for hanging out with us, man. And I hear bumps. Oh my God, now I'm excited. Now I don't want to go anywhere.
See, dude, I'm the same way. I heard bumps. I'm like, oh,
yeah, I'm like, oh,
I hear
that's
a
awesome.
ring.
Yeah,
We're definitely
going
gonna
down in the ring. I will catch you guys later. See you next week. And sorry, Invictus. I was looking forward to being there today.
All right, brother. See you.
No problem, man.
See you later, buddy.
Man, when you can tell when there's workers in the room and you hear the bump and you go, ooh. Like, I got all excited.
Hey, Robert, I gotta ask you this though. Did during that we already spoke about it, but the Roman and Seth match, did you expect a surprise one night appearance maybe by Mox? Because Mox kept getting name dropped as Mox.
Honestly, I can't say I expected it, but it definitely came across in my head like that would be pretty interesting if we had some type of cameo. Or I was actually trolling my friend, singing Dean Ambrose's old theme song, like, oh, he's gonna come out, he's gonna beat up Roman or something like that.
Because you figure with Rollins coming out with the Shield gimmick, and then just out of nowhere, that would have been a huge surprise for one night only, just to make that appearance, collect a quick, easy payday, and then go back to AEW or whatever. But then, there was rumors of other people, even from AEW, that people were saying, even with Cody, about being in the Rumble, or Jericho.
Oh yeah, because the fact is they've released a lot of people and they've had to outsource so many people. Like the fact that Ivory had to come out as her
right to censor.
Right to censor,
and Ivory, believe it or not, she looks fantastic, but she's 60 years old. The fact that they had to outsource her, just shows how kind of the roster's kind of getting thin now. And I think people are noticing that the roster's starting to get a little short. So they were, they reached out to a lot of people that they had previously fired, and a lot of them said no. So
yeah, the Iconics.
I don't blame the Iconics whatsoever. The saying no. I don't blame a bunch of talents for saying no because of how they've handled situations in the past 6 months. Three of us being in the wrestling ring and being involved in the business, we understand about cuts and how that happens, and sometimes it just happens. But at the same time, when you do 3 or 4 massive cuts, and then say it's because of budget cuts, but then hand other people bigger paychecks, like why? What was the budget cut for? Just for them? It's like salt in the wound.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're gonna bring Bad Bunny. We're gonna bring Knoxville. All these celebrities. Yeah. You gotta pay for them to be there.
And like one of the big things we were saying about with all the talent that was not listed or advertised for the Rumble, they had so much opportunity to bring guys from NXT up. They could have brought Ciampa up.
Dude, Braun Breaker would have been amazing.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe they don't really have too much faith in them just yet to bring them out for the Rumble. But I don't know, man. If Braun Breaker's your champion, that shows a lot of faith to me. So again, like at least some surprise. It felt like the 1988 Rumble. It felt like there's no surprises. And
this whole pay-per-view was one giant emotional roller coaster for all of us. Like the two that would have made sense to bring up would have been Ciampa and Roderick Strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just didn't pull the trigger on that.
No.
That's why I said, like, you have this brand down below in Florida that is your developmental, right? But you have a good core of wrestlers, female and male, that are already been. You brought up the house shows and tapings and pre-shows, and you didn't use any of them to their advantage. That, in my opinion, is the biggest letdown of the entire pay-per-view, because I get it, NXT is your developmental and blah blah blah, but like, it's like a shot in the foot to them. It's like, well, look, we've been down here busting our ass for 4 years, and you've been bringing us up, but you're not going to utilize us. What are we doing here? Like, I'll say this. I will say probably 10 of the top women in NXT and 10 of the top men in NXT, if they left, they'd be bigger stars elsewhere.
Oh, most definitely.
And be utilized more. This whole 2.0 thing, them saying, oh, they're just, WWE.
It's just watered down. It's watered down NXT. That's all it is.
They're disappointed. Well, it's because you cut 80% of the people tuned in to watch. That'd be like, I use this as an example. When ROH said they were closing, they were stopping. They sold out their pay-per-views. They sold all their events because people were like, oh, this could be the last one ever. And now they're coming back. But they didn't say they were ever closing the doors permanently. They said they had to take a break and do some rethinking and budgeting and everything like that. Because when they were on the pandemic, all the tapings they did in New York, they had to pay for them to be there. The talent, they had to pay for the hotel rooms for their contracted talent. That's not free and cheap. That's expensive to do. And all the COVID testing, they paid out of their pocket, which I respect ROH for. But NXT 2.0 is a joke. Like, they have so much talent down there, but it's a joke. I'll say this. I haven't watched wrestling on TV in probably over 2 months because no one's catching my attention.
You know what?
I would waste 2 hours of my night and watch for this to happen. Besides the pay-per-view last night, which disappointed me.
You know what? There is so much stuff that we can dig into, bitch and complain about, which we always do. Yes. It's almost an hour and 40 minutes we've been on here. So we're going to try to wrap this up. Robert, I want to thank you for jumping in impromptu.
Well, how about this?
Sorry about your trip.
I have an idea, Chio. So the 17th of February is my show, right?
Yeah.
What about bringing them on?
I was going to.
No one's getting back to me on it.
I was going to get to Robert. I was going to send him some dates out, which one he would be available, and since I have Darian Hardway coming up this Thursday night, and 2 weeks after that we have the 17th. If you're available, Robert, we would like to have you on. If not, we can pick another date. I can send you a list of dates as well.
We can definitely figure something out. But I'm glad I got to join you guys at the very tail end, at the very least. Give me some of my thoughts. Maybe we'll call this a teaser.
Yes, a teaser. And then with this being a teaser and all, for people just meeting you for the first time, where they can follow Mr. Robert Martyr himself, social media as well as merchandise, bruh.
They can get me. I actually am in the process of completing my What a Maneuver, so I will, as soon as I get the link to that, I'll send it to you. But for my Instagram, just the Apex RM, and my Instagram is, sorry, that's my Twitter, and my Instagram is Death to Martyr, and you can just find me on those two platforms and on YouTube.
I seen recently one of your most recent promos you did on Twitter.
Yes.
And dude, it was phenomenal. You were talking about the youth and like and how different it is about the way you are compared to others about pure wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You were going in. You were going in so bad, dude. I was loving it.
I have a very different perspective on it, but I think that's something we can talk about on the next podcast. So,
yeah. Definitely. I will send you multiple dates, and you can pick and choose which one you want to choose from.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to thank you for coming on. I apologize for our weather up here and you being stuck, but I'm hoping you find time and enjoying yourself sightseeing, doing other stuff.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, and you enjoy the rest of your day, and have a safe trip home tomorrow. Gentlemen, Mr. Robert Martyr, if you don't know who he is, please follow him on social media. Great great kid, dude. He's a great technical wrestler, pure wrestling style. You will not be disappointed at all. So, oh my God, we're at the 141 minute mark. Boy, that Rumble took a lot out of me. I can imagine WrestleMania weekend how bad that's going to be for us for a 2-night thing, because we're going to be reviewing night 1 and then we'll preview night 2, because it's Saturday and Sunday. Plus, don't they got NXT as well as the Hall of Fame, right?
Well, nothing's been announced for NXT yet.
I swear I heard something about them doing NXT the same day as night 1, but early.
Again, I don't know.
Unless they're doing Friday and do the Hall of Fame on Thursday.
I think the Hall of Fame's going to be on Thursday.
Then NXT on Friday, probably then.
Yeah. And then if they do that, it'll be Friday NXT, Saturday Mania, Sunday Mania.
Yeah. We're going to have our hands full with ourselves. We're going to be...
Yeah.
We just might not even come on, and we'll just let Mikey handle it all by himself. He'll have plenty of content to discuss, him and T. I don't know what happened to T today. He must have slept in. I tried calling him up, but you know what? We made it through this show for an hour and 42 minutes now. Yeah, I know. I want to thank
does,
I want to thank everyone who was possibly that actually made it to wake up in the morning, because I was a little leery. I wanted to sleep in too, but I said, get the hell up, get your coffee, start getting things set up, and I almost had technical difficulties on my end with my laptop here not working correctly. So and I got a couple other things I need to get fixed though too. But gentlemen, any final words for our viewers out there? Mikey.
No, I don't. So keep tuning into our show, because you never know. We have our impromptu show where, we can pop up, play pump show. It can happen anywhere at any time with anyone. So always be on the lookout for us.
Dennis.
Sorry for the fans to watch the pay-per-view last night, or the premium event. If anything, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Just because of lackluster talent they could have used to bring up, to give them an opportunity to spotlight a little bit. It wasn't. I don't even think it was like that. Match 1 was here. The women's rumble went up, and then it was like, okay,
a slow decline,
and went like. It wasn't like it went down much. It was like here, it went here, it stayed here to keep the fans in, and then it went to the men's rumble. Went,
yeah.
In my personal fan wise, I think it tanked. Professionally, I understand why they did what they did. I understand it's a business thing. They wanted to get their talent in, but tune into that. But if you're once we're off here, if you guys are bored and you like your beers, head over to Bangin' Beers Podcast. They talk about a lot of IPA beers. I'm literally tuning in on my cell phone right now. I tune in every time they're live. So tune into those guys. Besides them, next week, Celeb Fest in Baltimore, Maryland, and Saturday, Sunday. They have MJF, Adam Cole. They have a list of other talent. I mean, go on to celebfest.com or on Facebook. Look up all the talents. I swear you won't be disappointed. It's also partnering with MCW both nights. So 2 wrestling conventions, 2 professional wrestling shows, 2 different locations, Saturday and Sunday. I'll be down there live on podcast for Reap the Future. And then Sunday, I'm going to double dip, Reap the Future, and Breakfast and Body Slams, because guess what? I can't see my daughter next Sunday because her mom and stepdad tested positive yesterday. And my daughter has symptoms, so at least a 10-day window, which I hope my daughter's mom and stepdad and all of them feel better. I've already reached out to them. I'll do anything they need if they need help to get stuff. So other than that, y'all, it was fun. Thanks. Finally, I was back on a Sunday show after like a 2-week hiatus besides last Sunday's car accident, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Road rage at its finest. I'll give you a real rundown. So the this Tesla apparently cut off a gentleman in a Saab. The Saab hit the concrete barrier, apparently, and then but barely scraped it, and then cuts around all of us and takes out the Tesla. When I said, hey, I got to go, I just went in. The Tesla got taken out. The gentleman hops out of his car and starts chasing the Tesla, and they have a family, so they're scared. There's little kids in the back, and I pull over. Now, to be honest, I'm strapped. I don't know what's about to pop off, but shit was popping off. And the guy kept chasing the Tesla around. I'm like, look, wait till the cops are coming. I've already called them. They're on the way. Leave the Tesla alone. They have kids. They're scared. I go, you're making it worse for yourself. He didn't want to listen. Like, there's people that watched it. Man. They have cameras. The guy that was doing the aggressive stuff after the accident got charged with disorderly conduct. I'm most likely going to have to show up in court because, I'm a good Samaritan, but also fire service and all that but dude, crazy.
It sucks being a nice guy.
I love the fact that I have first responders experience from being a firefighter, but at the same time, I'm like, it's a curse to the fullest. Yeah. But again,
yeah, I had an incident this week where I had I didn't even think about it, and I responded real quick. A gentleman coming to my place of business, and he ended up instantly, as soon as I seen him start season, I jumped in the action. And it's stuff like that where guys like us, where you don't even think about the situation, you just jump in head first.
Yeah, I didn't know what scenario I was getting into with that car accident when I saw the guy going at the Tesla physically, but at the same time, as soon as I got to the Tesla's car and asked if they were okay, they were like, our kids are in the car crying, the guy's assaulting our car. I go, I saw that. Stay in your car, keep your doors locked, don't roll your windows down. I go, if he comes near your car personally, drive forward, but keep your four ways on, don't leave the scene. And the guy kept chasing him, and I'm on the phone with the 911 and the state troopers. I go, listen, the guy is aggressively assaulting their car now because of this. I go, if he keeps going, the car is going to leave the scene. I go, I told the people in the Tesla to drive away. And they were like, okay. And I mean, immediately they had 2 state troopers, 2 regular cops. Took forever. But the guy, I talked to the state trooper myself. I go, listen, it looks like the guy driving the Saab is at fault 100%. He caused it right here. I go, he's the aggressor. He's being aggravated about it. I go, but I don't know what happened, what transpired technically beforehand, besides what they told me. I go, but the aggressor is the gentleman right here that you got to talk to. And the kid was pissed off, but it's like, dude, look.
Well, I'm glad everything. I'm glad the people in the car with the kids, everything turned out safe and they're okay.
Oh, if I would have saw the guy try to break in the window, I probably would have put him on the fucking ground.
Yeah. All right, folks. One last thing. If you are a viewer and you like supporting us, check out our BodySlams podcast merchandise, whether it be Breakfast and BodySlams podcast tee. You can go to our website, bodyslamspodcast.com, click on the pod shop, and you can pick up one of these beauties, which like what I have on today. We have our original shirt, the Breakfast and BodySlams, our first logo that we had. As well as our Thursday night slam, where you can catch me or Dennis interviewing some of these great professional wrestling. I don't want to say wrestlers, because we have more than just wrestlers. We have promoters, we have other analysts, managers, whoever else, pro wrestling staff, I would say, our pop-up plate bombs, which we haven't done recently lately, but hopefully we can get back into the swing of things. It can happen anytime, anywhere, with anyone, as well as I don't know if you can see the quality that's on a white t-shirt background. It's our parody shirt of OnlyFans as well. I like that one a lot. And as our Run DMC parody as well, and a host of other t-shirts and merchandise on that page. But with that being said, this is the BodySlams podcast. For T that's not here, for Joseph that had to leave early, we got make sure I point the right way, Mikey over there, Dennis down there, I'm Chio. You're watching the BodySlams podcast, and we'll see yous at the matches. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.
Peace out.
Peace out.
This is how it's gonna be. This is what you think of me. It's going down like I told you. This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm not going anywhere. It's going down like I told you. I'll be the last man standing here. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'm gonna rock you. I'll have you begging for mercy, begging for mercy.